Hi all, today let's discuss on how to create entities or tables in MS CRM.
So entities is nothing but a tables. So out of box entities and custom entities. We are having two type of entities. One is out of box entities which we call as system entities, and second is custom entities. So in general, these entities in general it is known as tables. Okay, whatever the data you create, the data you will create as a tables. Okay, those tables are called entities in our CRM. Okay, so out of box entities and custom entities. And if you see about forms, we are having four types of forms: main form, card form, quick create form, and quick view form. So first let me show you what is entities. And if you see, and if you refer to any technology, there will be front end and back end. If you see for PHP, there is UI front end and back end. So in front end it is HTML and Angular we will write, and in back end it will be database. The database is DB2 is the database for PHP. And if you see for .NET, front end is HTML and Angular, and back end is SQL Server. Okay, and if you go for Java technology, the front end is HTML and Angular, and back end is Oracle. In our Dynamic 365, the front end is like in our Dynamic 365, the front end will be HTML and Angular, but here you see, right? So whatever you see this front end, this is a front end UI. UI is nothing but user interface. Okay, whatever you are able to see in front of your screen, that is UI. We call this as UI. Suppose if you are opening this record, this is a UI. Okay, so this UI is developed with some HTML and CSS language, and this is built. Okay, and this is built by Microsoft, and they have given it as a tool. Okay, in backend there is a code which they have written, and they just give us to use it. Okay, and backend is database. What type of database we are having for MS CRM? If it is on-premise CRM, then it will be SQL Server. If it is online CRM, which we are using now, this is a online CRM which we are directly logging and using this application without creating any database or something. So this will be a cloud. Whatever the data which we are filling here, this all data will be stored in a cloud. That cloud is a Dataverse. Earlier we call it as a common data service, and now it is renamed with a Dataverse. Okay. Now let me go to the entities. So as I told you, two type of entities. One is system entity and second is custom entity. So what will be the system and what will be the custom, I will be telling you. So if you click on here, okay, let me come here. You see here there is a settings option, right? So this gear symbol, you need to click on this gear symbol, click on advanced settings. Then you can go for the entities, click on here, and you see here customizations. Okay, there is a customization section. Under this customization, you have customizations. Click on this customizations, and you click on customize the system. Here you will see the system and custom entities both. Okay, so what are the system entities and what are the custom entities, I will tell you. So if you see, account is a system entity, and you open this account, double click on this account. You see here for account, the schema name is account. Okay, by default Microsoft has created this account for us, and if you want to use this account for your application, you can use this account entity for your application which you are building it, and the schema name of this account is account. And if you see for account entity is a system entity. This is a system entity, and the schema name of this account is account only. And if you go for contact, and you see, there will be a contact only, because they have taken this schema names and they created it in a backend. Suppose let me check for contact also. Here you see there is a contact, and if you want to see the schema name of contact, so these all are the system fields which has listed here. All are the system fields, no, system entities, sorry. These all are the system entities, and you see here contact, And the schema name of contact is here. You can see schema name of contact is contact only. Okay. Schema name of contact is contact only. Now you see here there are multiple entities. Whatever you see, these all are an entities only. Account, action, activity, these all are entities. If you want to use it for your application, you can use it. Okay, now I want to create one custom entity. So as I told you, there are two types. Another is custom entity. So if I create a outside solution, I am not creating this solution like I am not creating this entity inside a solution. I am creating outside. Outside is nothing but if you see the entities here. Okay, see here now there is an option to create a new. So if you click on this new and create an entity, it will create an entity. So now click on this entity and create a new entity. And you see here the schema name, it is showing as new underscore because I am creating outside a solution. Okay, I will show you what that makes a difference. Once this is created, we cannot modify. So just give naming convention as some, suppose volume as an entity, volume as a table, volumes. Okay, and it will be coming with a new underscore volume. Okay, I am going to save this. So this is called a custom entity, which we are creating now. It is a custom entity. Custom means which we are creating it, which is not given by Microsoft. And why we need this entity? Because in entity only we used to store the information. Whatever the forms or fields, any all information will be stored in the entity, in that particular table. Okay, now you see it is created with, if you see the entity, this volume entity will be available here. If you click on entities and scroll down, here you will be seeing all system and custom entities. So check for the volume. Here you see there is a volume entity and which is a custom entity. And if you double click on it, it will open the entity and its schema name you can see here. Here you see new underscore volume. The display name of this is volume. Let it load. So the display name here it is volume. This is a custom and display name of it is volume. And the schema name of this is new underscore volume. So this is the difference. So it is starting with new underscore volume. And here system entities doesn't have that reference. And this is a wrong way of creation of entities. Taking a new underscore is a wrong method of creating entities or tables. So the correct procedure is to create entities is create a entity inside a solution. So let me go to the solution, close this, go to the settings, same part, and click here on solutions. Under customizations, you have solutions. Click on solutions. And we created Lenovo solution yesterday, right? Open this solution. And you see, if you want to create a new entity, you need to create an entity from here. Then you will get the appropriate schema name. What will be the schema name? You will be getting LMS underscore you will get. Because yesterday we have taken here Lenovo Management Services. In this Lenovo Management Services, the prefix is LMS underscore entity. Whatever the entity name it is available, that will be taken over there. And you click on add existing. If you want to add existing entity, suppose whatever the entity you created, right? If you want to add it here, you will get all the list of entities here. Check for volume.
Prithvi, can you show one more time that one? How can we create inside of solution?
Yeah, yesterday we created solution, right?
Yes.
Lenovo solution.
Instead of that solution, yeah.
Open the solution. I am going to add the existing one. Now, just now we created, right? That we can add to the solution, because if you want to use it, you will add to a solution. Okay. And here there will be a volume entity available. Here you see there is volume, and you see schema name is new underscore volume. Add it. Just I'm adding this. Here, remember, if you are not sure about include required components, just click on here, no, do not include. This is very important. Just don't include everything. Just include no, do not include required components. If you want to add components, you can add it later. That will create a dependency issues that I will tell you later. Okay, just click on no and proceed. For as being a fresher, right? Or you, for this application, take this as no option. Okay, so now just we have included here, and you see new underscore volume is added here. Now I need to create a new table, suppose. So the correct option is, so now you don't want this for your biggest business. Volumes are not required for my business. So if you want to remove it from solution, you can remove it here. You are not required. Okay, I removed it. If you remove here, it will be there in a CRM, but it will not delete. Okay, now click on new, click on entity. I'm going to create one table for my business. Suppose I am taking Lenovo management system, right? So Lenovo services I am giving. I am taking one day I am going to create employee. Okay, one employee, and I am taking it as employees. And if you see the difference here, it is giving us LMS underscore employee, which is a correct. Okay, fine. Which is correct one. We are taking here LMS underscore employee. And this is also custom entity. Custom means which we create externally, apart from Microsoft, which they have provided. And what all we will be having in an entity, here you see forms, views, charts, fields, keys, relationships. So these all we will be having in an entity. Now entity got created. See, this is an entity and it got created. Okay, and in this entity, what all you have? Forms, views, charts, fields, keys, and relationships we are having. Okay, so now after adding an employee table, so this is the now custom entity and it got added. So once you are done with this, you need to publish this. In order to reflect the changes in CRM, you need to publish. There is publish and publish all customizations. So publish is nothing but it will publish only that particular part. So if you want to select this only employee and publish this, you need to publish only this change. If you do publish all customizations, it will publish entire application. Suppose Jagadish and Srikanth are working both together with the same entity changes. Okay, and by mistakenly Srikanth clicked on publish all customizations instead of publishing. Then what happens is whatever the changes other person is doing, it will reflect the changes also. So better do a publish whatever you are modifying, select that particular one and publish. It is best practice of publishing. Or if you have no dependency on others, then you can do publish all. Okay, that is best practice. Now this is an entity, difference between system entity and custom entity.